We have some really cool Mac accessories for you today, including that thing right there. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the channel. So we have a fun one for you today. We got 6 different Mac accessories I'm going to show you today, including this thing right here. And then I also have a really inexpensive portable monitor. It's so cheap you won't believe it, and it's super high quality. So sit back and relax, and let's get into the 6 Mac accessories. Okay, for product number 1, I have it sitting right here in front of me. Take a look at this. Now, I'm just going to show you first of all. Take a look. I'll show you some pictures of this thing. This thing is beautiful. Now, it won a bunch of design awards. You can see I have it sitting kind of in my family room down here, and you don't even need it to be around a computer for it to look so good. Take a look at that. The white color is really cool. It just flows really well. Now, what is this thing? This is actually called the BlueAnt. It's called a Soundblade. It's basically a a desktop Bluetooth speaker. But there's a couple of things you would do this. So what you really want to do is you want to actually slide your iMac underneath this from the back over here. And I'll show you some pictures of how this should actually work, all right? But that's usually what they want you to do is they want you to slide your monitor underneath it, not on top of it because there's too much space, but underneath it. And then you have a really cool desktop setup with a whole soundbar in front of you. And it sounds incredible, all right? So the thing that makes this thing so good is it's 120 watt peak power. So it's really, really strong. In fact, when I click on the volume here, it moves my volume on my computer. I can go up like 1 or 2. If I go up to 20, it would blow my house away. And you can only go up to like 1 or 2 and it gets really loud. So it's got tons and tons of power. It's also Bluetooth, USB-C, and 3.5 millimeter jack as far as the I/O back here. So you can connect a whole bunch of different ways, and Bluetooth obviously is one of the main ones you'd want to do. It also has, let me just see here, plug and play. It's got actually a couple things built into it. On the front of the grill over here, it's got a kind of the, obviously the front speaker, you can see it there. But if you flip this thing on the bottom, it's got, I think, an 80 millimeter, I think that's what they said, but it's a subwoofer, and it really gives a lot of bass because it bounces off the desk or whatever it's on sitting here. And then on the back of it, it's got a couple holes cut out for some of the air to flow through. At least one side it does. The other side's more plugged. But on this side, like I said, you power it, and then it's got basically the connection for the USB-C and the aux, and obviously the Bluetooth separate. But it's a really simple device. Over here on this side, you just have a power and a plus and minus for really, obviously for the volume there. On the other side, you don't have anything. Let me put the box back. It does come with the remote control right here, which is really cool. So on here, you have an on and off. It's kind of a bonus. It did come with batteries as well. That's a good bonus. It's got the mute button, Bluetooth button, and then it's got USB and aux buttons. But it's got 3 different modes. It doesn't really have a full equalizer. It's got basically a game mode, a music mode, and a movie mode. And you can change those modes with this thing. So it's not like obviously the most complicated device. It's really simple, which is some of the things I like here. But overall, the sound is just really strong and good with the 120 watt peak power. So let me insert it here just to give you some examples. But it's going to sound really bad on this because I'm trying to go through another microphone. That microphone might not be the best. It's not going to sound right, but trust me, it's really good. But I'll just put some examples right here.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket.
All right, so I hope you guys thought that sounded good, but it's not going to through the microphone. You got to hear it in real life. But if you want to, over here on Amazon, it's $149. You can see it right here, so it's on sale. Usually $200. It's 25% off right now, at least as far as when this video is made. And it comes with a whole bunch of different colors here. It comes in blue, black, green here, pink, and then finally white there, all for the same cost. And you can see some pictures in here as far as how it's supposed to be set up and some of the I/O and stuff like that. We'll get into, I kind of show you that earlier, but the I/O is basically on the back here. Besides that, that's all there really is to it. So it's really a showpiece if you want to have it like down in your family room next to your TV or something. It's going to look really, really good down there. Won a bunch of awards with that. And I recommend it. For $150, it's probably one of the better options out there. I say give it a shot, and I'll have a link in the description if you want to give it a shot. If you don't like it, you can return it, but I think it's really good. All right, so for product number 2, I got to show you this thing over here. It's one of the best technology deals I've ever seen in my life. I got to just be honest with you. It's totally true. So here it is right here. This is the KYY. It's a portable or a second monitor you can take for traveling, or you can put it on your desk next to you. It's going to be a little bit smaller. The model number here is basically, it's called the KYY K3 monitor. So you can see it right there. Now the reason, let's just go through the specs, but I want to just show you, just stay tuned for the cost. You're not going to believe this. So first of all, this is a 15.6-inch 1080p monitor. It's IPS screen, so it's going to have great viewing angles as well, and it totally does. Let me just go through the I/O. So on this thing, and we'll get into this in a second, but it has basically 2 USB-C ports, which you can actually plug in to your MacBook or something, and it works flawlessly. I'll show you some pictures of that as I'm talking about it. Super high quality there, and USB-C connection, which is really good. It also comes obviously with the mini HDMI port if you don't have a USB-C connection you want to connect into. This works with that as well. So that's the I/O on one side. On the other side, it does have basically an on and off switch, and then it has kind of a toggle, and you can go into the menu. I'll show you a picture of that as well, and you can adjust brightness and all the standard things that you want to adjust. But for the cost of this, we'll get into that, just stay tuned with me here. The monitor, though, when I took it out of the box, and let me just put this back over here. When I took it out of the box, it was pretty incredible. So the feel of the case, first of all, is high quality material. The case actually of it folds into a stand for you, so you don't even need an extra stand. You can see some pictures of how that works there. A couple different angles for different angles that you want to get, as far as how you want the monitor to sit in front of you. It works flawlessly. You can also do a portrait if you want to as well. So that's all standard right there. Beyond that, though, the material of the monitor, you think it's like a cheap plastic. It's kind of a metal or aluminum on the back of it, so it seems really high quality as well. And then look at the actual, picture and stuff. It's incredible, right? Look at that picture there. It has a really high quality screen on it for what it is, again, and we're going to talk about that in a second. It's a 1080p screen, but you don't need that high of resolution when you have a screen that's going to be around 15 or 16 inches, right? Now let's get in over here. So the beauty of this thing is, take a look right now on sale. Here on Amazon, it's 46% off. It's $69.99. Less than $70 for this monitor. So if you want an extra monitor for your desk or for traveling or for wherever you go to the coffee shop maybe, this is it. I mean, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, I've done other ones where they're OLED and a whole bunch of other things that they're going to be better screens, obviously. But this thing, if you just want kind of like a screen you're not going to have to worry about, maybe it's for your kids. You can connect a phone into this for your kids and stuff to watch movies in the kitchen or something. It's perfect, right? $70 or $69.99 is crazy. I totally recommend this as well. It's one of the better deals, I think, and one of the maybe the best deals in all of technology right now on Amazon. And while this thing's beautiful, this thing is super, it's not cheap, that's the wrong word because it's high quality. It's just an awesome deal. All right, so the next product, number 3, is sitting right here. You can see how small this is, all right? What this basically is, and I'll go ahead and unfold it, and I'll show you pictures as as I unfold it. I'm not going to do it here, but I'll show you on the screen here. This actually unfolds into a device where you can do all your charging with. So the reason it's important that it's that small to begin with is because you can take that with you on a travel, and it comes with a whole travel case here, so you can take a look at that as well. So obviously when you're traveling and stuff, you just throw that in your bag, and now you have a way to charge all your devices. So the cool thing is you can go ahead and charge your phone on the top of it. Then it has a place for your AirPods on the bottom of it. Then it has a little charger on the back of it that actually charges, it'll basically charge your watch if you want it. But the beauty of this thing is the watch charger actually snaps on and off, and you can kind of just put that on the bottom of it and store it away. So if you don't have a watch and you don't want to use it all the time, you don't have to, and it only has the phone charger and then the AirPods charger. You don't have to deal with that little thing on the back of it. You can also take that little thing on the back for the watch off, and you can plug it directly like into your computer and just charge that only. I'll show you a picture of that as well. So it's kind of cool. So it's just this simple device. It does come with a little power cube here and some other cables and stuff like that, so you can go ahead and power all your devices. Now obviously the power cable, but you just throw your devices on here. Let me just go down here to the bottom. So I'll just put this picture up here. You can do like 7.5 watts to your phones, 5 watts to your earbuds, and 2.5 watts, it looks like, to the watch series. And you can go onto the website. I'll have a link to this and see all the different versions it's compatible with. But it does obviously snap on, with magnetically, like I had showed you before, and in some of the pictures there. But I think it's just a cool device. It's, what is it, under $40. It's 13% off right now. It's around $39.99 right now on sale. Again, prices are subject to change. But I think for that cost, if you want to travel, you want something for all your devices, it's a pretty good deal there as well. All right, so now we got the 4th product that's on sale as well. This is the Maono. It's the AUMH601 headphones, and I'm going to put the box right there so you can see the little model number on there. Now, the reason I recommend these is it's not going to be the top, highest audio you can ever get or anything like that, but these are true and trusted. I bought these way back a long time ago, maybe a couple years ago, and they've been out forever. Take a look over here at the website. They're 50mm drivers, studio headphones. It's the AU-MH601. You can see it right here. And it's over-the-ear stereo monitors, and it's $36 right now, 20% off. Usually $45. Now it's down to $36.76. So I wanted to definitely talk about these. Now, the reason I like these is it's just, again, if you want a basic pair, this is the kind of a pair you listen with music. It's got incredible bass on it. Sounds are very crisp. The lows and highs are very good, and you're paying under $40 for them, all right? Also has detachable cables, comes with a cable that actually unscrews so you can get the larger and the smaller headphone jacks, comes with both of the cables, and you can connect to both sides of the headphones if you want to, and they actually pull out so you can't rip them out. For like kids and stuff that want to rip that thing out, these are perfect for. Now they're going to be a little bit bigger headphones obviously, and when you put them on your ears, you can see that right there. But they're more for listening to music and also maybe doing some video editing and stuff like that. And again, you just can't complain with the cost. And here it is right here. I mean, these have been around forever. They got a 4.5, out of 5, and 3,790 pairs, or reviews actually. I'm sure they sold even way more than that. It's just true and tested. You can see down here. So the 50mm driver, they got foldable ear pads. The ear pads are really cushiony as well, so they're very comfortable to wear long term. They adjust in all different angles, including you have like little marks here on the side where they show you how, what are the numbers you adjust to. It's just really easy, and then they have Maono on the top of it right there. So obviously you can see that I use a Maono arm here as well. But overall, I like these kind of products because they don't break the bank. I like to save some money. So if you're thinking about a pair that's, again, it's not going to be as good as like a $300 or $400 pair of Sony's or the Apple pair, but you want a pair that's good enough for almost everything else. This is the one, especially with kids and stuff. Check it out. Product number 5, I think, is the only one that's not on sale, but it doesn't really even need a sale because it's so inexpensive. It's sitting right here, and I'll show you some close-ups as I'm talking about this. And I talked about this before, but Acasis makes really good external SSD enclosures. This is no different. Take a look at the screen here. This is actually less than $20 right now. It's here. It's the Acasis 2230 SSD enclosure with MagSafe for iPhone 15 and all that stuff. So it has MagSafe on it, and what does that mean? It basically connects to your phone like the picture here. And what do you do with this thing? So first of all, it's just an enclosure, all right? 10 gigabit per second enclosure. So if you put it in a very fast hard drive, you're going to get like around 900 to 1,000 megabytes per second, somewhere in that range with this, which is good enough for almost everything. And you pair it with a drive. Let me just show you the drive over here. You'd pair it with something like this. This is the Silicon Power 1 terabyte UD90. It's a 2230 is the number of the drive or the size of it. NVMe drive, it's $72.99 right there. So you pair that over there with this for less than $100, and you have your own pre-built SSD drive. And you can throw this on your phone, like if you do filming and stuff, it's great for that. You can see how it works there. And it's got the cable perfect for connecting to your phone. But I don't even recommend using it for that. I recommend you can use your own USB-C cable. And this is just a great little SSD drive to carry around to the coffee shop or wherever you go. You can throw it in your pocket because it's so small and it's really, really fast. It's actually really good. They make really good high quality stuff. It's toolless. You can see there, you just open it up. There's no screws involved, and it's USB-C. So overall, that's something that I like to kind of point out because those are the, my channel, I have 100 different, external SSD enclosures, but I tend to use the really small ones like this because they just make a lot more sense for me because I can carry them around. It sounds stupid, but if I can get up close to 1,000 megabits per second, it really doesn't matter to me. I just want convenience of being able to carry it. And then finally, the last product, and I don't even want to just tell you about this specific product, but it's the whole line of them. This is actually called the VoltMe. It's the Revo series, but it's more or less going to be, a wall charger. Let's just be honest. It's not that exciting. But take a look over here. I'm going to show you some pictures of it. That's it, right? But take a look over here. So on Amazon, I'll have a link to this actual page here. But they have a whole bunch of high-quality chargers for really inexpensive. You can see here 2 plug chargers for like $10. You can go ahead and see $9.99 for this one over here, 20 watt charger. The one I have is sitting right over here. Now this is actually a 4.5. This is going to be a 35 watt charger right here. That's the one I'm showing you right there. So it's got 2 plugs. It's 35 watts, $12. But here's one for $6, 4.5 right here. This is going to be a 20 watt charger as well. So it's around less than $7. So the reason I recommend this company is because I've used a lot of their chargers before. And if you go down here, they even have some higher end ones down here, $41, 100 watt GAN chargers. So you can see that with 3 different connections. Really good for under 42 bucks right there. But all of their chargers work really well for me, and they're a good replacement for Apple chargers. They work really well with Apple products and stuff like that. So I've had no complaints with them. And you can get a charger for under 10 bucks. And if you're worried about like getting bad chargers or things that could affect your equipment, again, don't hold me to it because I'm not working for them. You do your own research, but I've had no problems. In my opinion, I've no problems, and in my opinion, it's worked good for me. So you guys do your own research, but I think it's a good option, obviously. And I'll link to this page because they obviously have a ton of good products for very inexpensive costs as well. Okay, so we're going to wrap up the video, and like I said, what do you guys think about the BlueAnt speaker here? It's really cool, right? I think that's a really cool device. The monitor over there as well for less than 70 bucks is pretty incredible. Tell me if you guys like these things. You definitely like it. Add comments. Help me out with the channel. I want to keep growing this, but I can't keep doing this unless I get the views up. I want to make sure everyone likes these kind of videos where they see new products. I mean, sometimes you may not agree with the product. You don't like it that much, but you get to see that it's there, right? At least you know about it. So you guys tell me, and then we'll wrap this up. I think these are kind of things I do like maybe once every couple of weeks as I get a new products and stuff. And but I'll see you in the next one. I do my weekend, Apple news and stuff coming up here in a couple of days, and we'll see you in that video. Peace.